guys, it's Angel. Today we're gonna be making low-carb taco rice. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird because tacos and rice, but it is Tuesday, so Taco Tuesday. Today we're gonna be making taco seasoning, and I'm going to be adding that into a low-carb rice that I'm going to be making in a rice cooker. This video is sponsored by Toshiba, and so I'm going to be trying out their low-carb rice cooker today. So if you guys are interested, keep watching. For the ingredients, we're gonna start with some rice. I've got some regular white rice here, and I'm using about 2 cups. Next, we'll also need some ground beef. I've got 1 pound of ground beef. I like having it a little bit more fatty, so this is about 20% fat here. We'll also need a smaller medium-sized tomato and a little bit of yellow onion if you like yellow onions in your taco. Some cheese, of course, don't forget the cheese, and a packet of taco seasoning of your choice. So the first thing we'll want to do is prepare our rice. This is the rice cooker, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. So inside of this rice cooker, it actually has 2 different pots. There is the regular inner pot for cooking, and you can actually just make regular rice, and then also oatmeal for this. And I love making oatmeal in my rice cooker. If you guys are interested in how to do that, I'll post the link in the video description. There's also this inner stainless steel pot here, and that's for the low carb rice. So I'm actually gonna be taking our rice and washing that in here first. Give this a good rinse until the water runs clear. Now that that's rinsed, just put that into the main outer pot, and we'll put that into the rice cooker. Now here, there's a mark for rice, and this is for the low carb rice setting. I'm just gonna fill water up to the 2 line. Now, it may seem weird that I added so much water to the rice cooker, but the top part, the stainless steel insert, is actually going to lift the rice up. So all the extra starches are gonna go to the bottom of the pot when cooking. And I just have to say that this inner insert is great for washing rice in. It's super handy, and it's kind of like a rice strainer. All right, so now let's set this to cooking. So we'll go ahead and plug this in here. Wow, this is actually really cool. It's got like a nice LED panel here. So there's different settings. There's the low carb, quick rice, white rice, brown rice. It has quinoa, steam, mixed grain, and oatmeal. And there's also a 24-hour timer delay, so tons of different functions here. But today we're gonna go for the low carb. So on the menu, I'm just going to select low carb. And it's 40 minutes, and I'll press start. So now we'll just wait 40 minutes, and that'll cook us our low carb rice. And while that's going, let's prepare the other ingredients. I like yellow onions in my tacos, so we're gonna just cut a little bit of yellow onions and slice that up for the dish. So I'm just gonna do some thin slices. We're not gonna be cooking them, so I wanna get the slices as thin as possible. Transfer that to a dish. Next, we'll cut up some tomatoes. Now, I'm going to go for this medium tomato here. Give this a quick rinse. I love fresh tomatoes in tacos, so this will be a really nice pop of flavor. I'm just going to dice up some tomatoes here. And transfer that to a dish. I'm just gonna clean up a bit, and then we're gonna prepare our ground beef. So there's about 10 minutes left. We're gonna prepare our ground beef now. I'm gonna turn my heat on. Add a little bit of oil. Next, add our ground beef. Now I'll just go ahead and break that up. We're gonna saute this for a few minutes. To start it to brown a bit, I will add my taco seasoning. So I'm just gonna add a whole packet of taco seasoning here. And I'm going to save a tiny bit for the rice. So I'll probably use about 80% in here and reserve the rest for later. Give that a nice stir to mix in. Now, depending on the fat and water content of your meat, you may need to add a little bit of water, but the beef that I got is actually pretty fatty, so it doesn't look like I'll need to add any water here. But just keep that in mind as you go. Now it's been a couple minutes. The ground beef looks like it is just about done. So I'll turn off the heat and check in on our rice. It's almost done. One more minute left. I just gotta say, this rice cooker looks really nice. It's got like a beautiful modern design. All right, our rice is done. Let's take a look. Wow, low carb rice. Let's check it out. So that's looking like just beautiful, nice, fluffy rice. Can't even tell it's low carb. I'm just going to remove the rice itself in the stainless steel insert. Put that on the plate. And you can see there's a bunch of water here, which is basically the carb water. Majority of it is carb water. Is there such thing as carb water? Anyways, check it out. So with this excess water, I'm just going to dump that out. We don't need this anymore. That way we can reuse this pot for our taco rice. And now I'll put my rice in here. And just for fun, I'm going to try the rice before we put our tacos in here, our taco beef in here. So I've never had low carb rice before. Let's just do the taste test. Tastes like normal rice to me, so yay, that's perfect. All right. So now we've got our rice in here. We're going to assemble our dish. I am going to scoop in some of the taco seasoning and the ground beef directly on top here. Quite a bit of oil from the ground beef. Don't be afraid to use that. That'll make the rice nice and tasty. And while everything's still hot, we're going to add our cheese. How much cheese you add is totally up to you. And finally, top with tomatoes and the yellow onions. Fresh tomatoes and yellow onions. And obviously, if you like other things in your taco rice, you can definitely put those in as well. There's cilantro or green onions, or maybe even some sliced chilies. All right, and that is how you make taco rice. Now we're ready to serve our taco rice. The best thing to do is serve it hot and then mix everything in right before you plate it in a bowl. So I've got the extra taco seasoning here, but first I'm going to mix everything in. And here I'm just going to add more cheese. Lots of cheesy goodness here. And also a little bit more of that remaining taco seasoning, just to give it more flavor in the rice. really good. Taco Tuesday. All right, let's serve this in a bowl. That is a big bowl of low-carb taco rice. And now we're ready for the taste test. So I'm gonna get a spoonful of the taco rice, with a little bit of tomato. It definitely feels like a Taco Tuesday. Wow. Oh my gosh. Taco rice is amazing. There's all the flavors of the taco seasoning. There's also the fresh crunch of that yellow onion, which you probably heard. And then the tomatoes. It is delicious. Highly recommend. And it's kind of cool with this low carb rice. Definitely something to try. I'm Angel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to check out today's sponsor, Toshiba. And if you're interested in their low carb rice cooker, I will post a link in the video description along with 10% off. And as my grandpa would say, sharing a meal with a fascinating stranger is one of life's true delights. So until we can share some taco rice together, take care, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.